Jay, that's strangely close to Daniel Jones from the Giants. Daniel, is that you? Beat the Chiefs. Show me. If the Broncos and Russell Wilson can show me that they can beat the Chiefs, then I will start believing.
The crowd up.
America is football. Football
is America. And if you don't like it, you can kiss your candy ass. For the moment in time, I'm giving 10. Oh my God!
No!
You loved it.
30-27. Chiefs win. Chiefs win 30-20.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Thursday Night Football. We got a really good game on our hands. We got the Rams and Dolphins going at it in LA. I'm going to just throw this out there today. I was just talking to my uncle. My uncle is a die-hard Dolphins fan, and he said, what's there to watch? They're 2-6. Now, he was still going to watch the game, but he's just like, the season's over. And I told him, I was like, dude, normally I would say 2-6, your season's over. But the way the AFC is this year, if the Dolphins get hot, because let's be honest, under Mike McDaniel, we've seen the Dolphins win 7-8 games in a row. We've seen it. Now, you got Tua back, you got Jalen Waddle, you got Tyreek Hill, you got Achane playing out of his ass. You still got Raheem Mostert, who led the NFL in rushing touchdowns last year. If the Dolphins can figure it out, it's not too late to salvage the season. Now, of course, it has to start tonight. And what's concerning is that since Tua's come back, we thought, okay, obviously all of the offensive issues were because Tua wasn't on the field. Of course, that's true. But when Tua came back, it didn't look like, oh, there it is. There's the offense that we've been waiting to see. We haven't. Jalen Waddle has been a ghost, right? The last 2 weeks. Last week, he had negative yards receiving. If it weren't for a touchdown, he would have had negative fantasy points. I mean, you just can't make this stuff up. But my bold prediction was that this game was going to be points. Mike McDaniel and Sean McVay have a history. They know each other's quirks. They know the type of offense each other like to run. It's very similar because they come from the same Shanahan tree. In 2013, the Washington, at the time, the Redskins, that coaching staff was Mike Shanahan was the head coach. Kyle Shanahan was the offensive coordinator. Matt LaFleur, I believe, was the quarterback's coach. And Mike McDaniels was the wide receivers coach. I mean, just think about that for a second. Kyle Shanahan, Mike Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay, Mike McDaniels, all on the same coaching staff in 2013 for then the Redskins, now Commanders. It is actually mind-blowing when you realize, at this point, how much talent was on that staff. But anyway, I always think when coaches know each other, it's going to be a really good game. We had a similar situation on Thursday night 2 weeks ago when the Vikings came to LA to play the Rams, because when Sean McVay was the head coach for the Rams, the head coach for the Vikings, I'm blanking on his name right now, he was the offensive coordinator. So, I mean, and what did we get? We got a great game. So, here, Kevin O'Connell. And, yeah, the Vikings were, at that time, only had one loss on the year, and everybody was like, dude, the Vikings, the Rams haven't been able to figure it out. But, boom, right before kickoff, we find out who's playing. And the Rams, it's like you just can't beat up your big brother. The Rams end up beating them. So, this is going to be similar. The 2-6 Dolphins going against the Rams. Kyron Williams starting this drive at the 49-yard line. Great starting field position for the Rams. Chris Shula, his first season as the Rams defensive coordinator, it's a really difficult part of being a good franchise. You're constantly losing coordinators. I mean, just look at the 49ers. It seems like they have a new OC or DC every year. But that's a sign of a healthy environment. And coaches are moving up the ladder. Here we go. 2nd and 9. Stafford in shotgun. No, not the mic again. Are you kidding me? Not the mic again. Oh my gosh. I thought that was such a good intro. And it was a wasted intro because of my mic. Are you serious? Hopefully it's not. All right, mic test 1 2 1 2. Mic test 1 2 1 2. All right, there we go. All right, I think I fixed it. So sorry about that. But I welcome you guys back to the game. All right. And Liam said, we heard everything until about 30 seconds ago. Awesome. Okay. Glad the mic's working. A 3 and out for the Dolphins. So starting field position, perfect. And they're not able to even convert a first down. Just not the start that you wanted to see, not the start I expected, but the pass rush was just really good on that 3rd down play. And the Dolphins sack Stafford and bring up 4th and 19. Here's the punt. And the Rams defensively should be able to pin them deep. And it's going to be returned at the 10. And he's going to make it to the 15. So not really even a good job pinning them deep there. Okay, just got out of the gym. Sorry I was a little late to the stream. I got home and I was like, I have to throw in my work clothes into the laundry. Otherwise, I'm going to be up super late to wait to throw it into the dryer. So at least now when I'm done with the stream, I can just toss it in the dryer and go to bed. And I needed to take a shower from the gym. So I was a little bit late, but we did miss a touchdown drive by the Dolphins. And I'm curious on what happened. Who scored? How did that touchdown come to be? And I'm going to get that information right now by pulling up the box score. And here we go in the box score stats. Tungavailoa, 4 for 7, 52 yards. Malik Washington, 1 carry for 18 yards. Oh my gosh, Stafford is 2 for 3 for 1 yard passing. Oh my gosh. And I put in a bet for each quarterback to have 20 yards passing in each quarter. Didn't expect Stafford to have 1 yard with 8 minutes left. And glad that's working out. Little E, hope you've been well, brother. Missed your face, brother. What's the issue with Rick's laptop? Nothing. Rick's good to go. He's going to be here shortly. He was just getting out of work when I jumped on. So he'll be on. You might be thinking of my computer was having some issues. I'm not really sure, but all is well in the neighborhood. And we missed you too, Little E. I was wondering how you were doing. How's North Carolina treating you? Do you miss the mountains? Do you miss Wyoming? Are you enjoying being around this side of the family? Hope all is well. Oof is right. 1 yard passing. So all we can hope for is that the Dolphins get a 3 and out. And no, I want them to get a couple first downs so that they have to march the whole field. Because if they get a 3 and out, they're going to get the ball back at the 50. 756 967. 756 967. 1 yard penalty by Stafford. Oof. And that's right. I'm going to pull this game up. I thought it was on Amazon Prime, and I was like, I don't have a Prime account. And I'm sitting here going through all this work before the stream. That's another reason I was late. And I was like, I don't have time for this. So I start streaming it off this website that I know I can stream any game, but I'm a little delayed. And then it occurs to me that this game's not on Amazon because it's Monday Night Football, not Thursday Night Football. So I have YouTube TV, so I know why I got confused. It was because the coaching tree matchup with the Rams just happened with the Vikings on Thursday night. So in my mind, I just made this game Thursday night. 3rd and 6 minutes and 52 seconds in the first quarter. And Angel, I'm not going to click that comment because I don't want to bring attention to it, but I will say yes, that is the one that I use. That is the one I'm talking about. Lily, yes. Nah, he said his laptop had an issue. I miss Montana, but still dealing with hives, trying to figure out what's causing it before I go back in January. Ooh, hives, not good. Make sure your laundry soap isn't scented. Try that. You wanna look at everything you're doing right now and remove any variables, anything new. Is your soap that you're using, is it a different one? Are the sheets being used with a different laundry soap? I've had a similar issue. You have to just take away everything that is new. Angel, I use that too, not gonna lie. Dude, honestly, I owe them so much for the amount of Bronco games I've been able to watch on there over the years. I mean, I probably owe them like $5,000 in equivalent to Sunday ticket. But I don't, I love them so much that I'm like always paranoid to even talk about them. I just don't want anything to happen. Oh, we've tried everything, even done that too, even did a blood allergy test. Oh, dang, I didn't know what stage you were in. But I hope it does get better, Lil E. Hope it gets better. Is it like an eczema rash, or is it more hives where, do you know the difference? Like, is it super, super dry skin and it's cracking? Because maybe it could be eczema. And what you can do is you could go to the dermatologist and do a biopsy on the rash, and they'll send it in and they'll tell you what it is. Have you done a biopsy on the rash? More hives related, no cracking in the skin. Okay. 3rd and 8, Tua dropping back, looking to throw, batted down at the line, and Stafford's going to get the ball back with 4:20 left. 4:20. 4:20. All right. Let's see if Stafford can do something with it. See if I can. I wanted. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Primary care doctor in Montana did a biopsy. Okay. Imagine Stafford throws a pick six. Oh my gosh. Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. And they tried to say eczema because of scabs on front of legs, and dermatologists here in North Carolina said it's scabs from fleas. Yeah, I got eczema really bad on my deployment, and I didn't know. I was like, is this stress? Because I was super stressed out. Deployment's really stressful. And I tried everything, all the stuff that you did. And then eventually they found out it was eczema. And now I inject myself every month with Dupixent, and it's literally changed my life. I mean, I tried everything, topical steroids, oral steroids. I tried for years to get this figured out. Stafford, 1st and 10, rolling out, now throwing, caught. Tutu Atwell. A positive play for the Rams. You truly love to see it. And now, what was this? Just a simple little 4-yard gain. Now we need 15 yards. Come on, 15 yards in the first quarter, Stafford. No, that was 7 yards. So we need 13. Come on. Play action. Here we go. Yes, caught. Blake Corum. All right. Let's see. What is that a gain of? What was it a gain of? What happened to announcers being like gain of? All right. It looked like a gain of 10. So I'm going to say I still need probably like 7 yards passing. And they're going to run it here. Best run of the day. 2nd and 5. Liam said, I need Tyreek Hill to do bad. So I'm liking this so far. They look like big red bumps on my body. Ooh. Are they painful? Does it hurt? All right. Here we go. 2nd and 5. Running out of time here. 2 minutes and 19 seconds. I think they're going to pass it. Nope, they're going to run it. But there's a flag, and that'll stop the clock. Not painful. They just itch, burn, and sting. Yeah, that's pain. That's painful, buddy. I know. I hope you feel better, man. Oh, illegal formation. What do we have? The tight end in motion and not set? No, it's going to be on 77 because he was lined up in the backfield. I don't know how to keep track of all these formations. What's legal, what's not legal. And with all the pre-snap motion that McVay does, you would think that he wouldn't call plays that are, I don't know. Here we go, 2nd and 10. Oh my gosh, they're going to run it again. Come on. Pass the damn ball. Ah, they're just running the clock out on themselves. Third and 7. Here we go. This is an obvious passing situation. If they get the first down, I'll be good. I need 7 yards. About. Oh my gosh, interception. You called it. You called it. Boo! Stafford, you freaking loser. And he's going to have 13 yards in the first half. Fuck! Oh. Meanwhile, Jalen Waddle's got 55 yards receiving already. Love that. Oh my gosh. 17 yards passing. You fucked me. Man. Boo! Boo this man. Hope your sister feels better, Angel. Maybe the Dolphins will pass it 3 times in a row and it'll be incomplete every time. Nope, they're going to pitch it. Achan with the helmet pillow. Is Kyron Williams hurt or something? No, they just been running Blake Corum a lot. Running Blake Corum more. 17 yards. 13 yards passing in the first quarter. That is so frustrating. And they're going to run it again. And what is going on with the Rams right now? Aaron Donald's in the house for this game. This is the healthy version of the Rams offense. They don't have Havenstein. But what the hell is up with this Rams offense? They look so off. They need to find themselves quick because the Dolphins, I was calling it, this is going to be a wake-up game for the Dolphins. Now I'm gonna see what my official prediction was on the prediction episode. Here we go. Let's see. It would be at the very end. All right, Steelers. Atlanta, 3.5-point favorites. Line? Saints. Ravens. Man, I can't find my Dolphins. Here we go. Found it. All right. And we're back. So I'm going to get that on the next commercial break. All right. 2nd and 8. First play of the second quarter. Another pitch. Well, I don't like all this running. You could be right, Hat. Let me see. It's Rick scratching the records. I can hear something screeching in the background. Oh, it's that candle. There we go. That should be gone. No, the mic is fine, but every time I light that candle, my microphone picks it up. It's a wood wick, so it burns like a weird way. Trust me, this mic was $500. I did not go cheap on this mic. Oh, Waddle! Catch the damn ball! Dude, Waddle, didn't they just pay him? Look at that. Wide open. The ball just goes right through his hands. Turns to run without the freaking ball in his hands. My gosh. 50-yard try by Sanders. and that's going to be good. And now I bet the Rams offense is going to be just fine. March down the field. Dude, I started Jalen Waddle, and I need him to play well or I'm going to lose. I need Jalen Waddle to get his SHIT together because I'm depending on him. That should have been an easy catch. That would have put him up to 20 to 10 fantasy points. Because right now, 2, 12, 13, 4. I'm up 15 points, but he has Cooper Kupp playing. So if Cooper Kupp does 15 points better, well, no, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. If Cooper Kupp does 22 points better than Jalen Waddle, I'm going to lose. And Cooper Kupp could easily have a 2-touchdown game. Man, I need Waddle to catch those tonight. Kyle, just say sweet honey iced tea instead of spelling it out. Sweet honey iced tea. It just doesn't, this whole thing, there's this debate about cussing, and I didn't really grow up in a household that didn't swear. My dad cussed every other word. It was just a word. It didn't mean so much to my family. It's just how they express themselves. And I think a lot of people put so much power on these words. But at the end of the day, what is the word? It's a descriptive word. Words are just syllables, right? I'm just using my mouth to utter a word. Who has the right to say, oh, that one's a bad one and that's a good one? The whole thing's just kind of weird when you think about it. Because if I go, gosh, they need to get their shit together, somehow that is worse than me saying, gosh, they need to get their crap together. They need to get their stuff together. Like, if I say shit together, it gives a little more power to what I'm saying, So that's what the words are good for. That's their whole purpose. They help you put the power to the statement that you're trying to convey to the people listening. That's what language is all about. So I just, even because, there was, I would say from 12 to 16, I was really involved in my church and I knew a lot of the pastors and none of them cussed. And I always thought to myself, like, why would that be a problem? I care more about what you're saying. Stafford going to throw it to Cooper Kupp, and that's going to be a gain of 2. Like, you can say something that's not evil while cussing, or you could say something evil without cussing. It's not about the word. It's about what you're actually saying, I think. Angel said, off topic, but I've been thinking about playing soccer for my school next year. Good idea or not? Always a good idea. Always a good idea. Organized sports. They're going to train you. You're going to get a lot of good exercise. You're going to have camaraderie with your team. You're going to build friendships. You're going to have to take on extra responsibility. You're going to experience pride in yourself for accomplishing it. You're going to be able to grow as a person. I think everybody should play organized sports. So I fully support it, Angel. You never know what you'll be good at unless you try. That's true. I tried every sport. I tried out for the sports I didn't like, just in case, just in case I was actually good at it. And 4th and 12, and they're gonna punt the ball. I remember my brother when he was a freshman. I was in 7th grade, and I remember I loved basketball, right? But I had a hard time seeing myself as, like, on the basketball team, right? It's like, I guess I didn't believe in myself. Even though I was really good at basketball and football, I had this issue where I didn't believe in myself. And I went to the first tryout, and I was like, "Whatever." They made us do layups, and, they just tested a lot of fundamental things, and then I didn't think anything of it. I was like, I didn't do good enough to make the team, and I just knew it. And then I went home that night, and I was a little upset about it, but then the next day, I went to first period, my first class, and my teacher was like, "Congratulations." And I had no idea what she was talking about. And she was like, "Oh, the results, the first cut, it's on the wall outside in the hallway." So I went outside on the hallway, and I saw, it was like the first cut. It was the people that are still, in the running for making the team. Kyle Kitzman was right there, and I felt so, like, awesome. But then, like, a moment later, it was like, it doesn't matter because you're not gonna make the team anyway. And then the second tryouts were the next day, which was a Thursday, and my brother was a freshman playing his first high school football game, and I would have missed his game if I went to the second tryout. So I went to his game, and I told everybody, like, I needed to be there for my brother, and everyone was like, "Dude, you're such a good brother." But deep down inside, the real truth was I didn't believe in myself, and I thought my brother's football game was the perfect opportunity for me to not face my fear and also get a pat on the back for it. Very manipulative when you think about it. So I think about that all the time. I think about how cool it would have been to be on that basketball team. I remember the players coming in that were on the team, and one of them made a three-pointer to win the game, and he was like a hero walking around, and his last name was Irish, Tyler Irish, and they would have signs that say, like, "Look at the Irish." And I was just like, I always was just deep down inside, like, man, you never know if that could have been you. So at the age you're at, Angel, really, it's worth just doing, because if you don't, you're gonna end up regretting things, and there's no going back. There's no going back. 1st and 10, Tua's going to hand it off. First play of the drive is going to be a loss of 4. Jared Verse out of Florida State, who's really coming in. He's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. The last 3 weeks, he's got more pressures than anyone in the NFL. And don't forget about Brandon Fisk, who fell somehow out of the first round. And the fact that the Rams were able to get Brandon Fisk and Jared Verse, look at these two guys right now. They are going to compete against each other for Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, Florida State was undefeated last year because of these two. Tua, 2nd and 15, going to throw it. Intercepted, and the Rams are going down the field, and it is all the way to the 15-yard line. Tua just threw a terrible pass. He just threw a Tim Tebow pass. He jumped in the air and threw a ball into coverage. Nobody open. Something has just not been right since Tua came back. This offense is just not efficient like it was. I thought this would be the week that they come back. Like, look at Tyreek Hill in this play. If you guys are watching on your TV, Tyreek Hill is coming across the middle of the field, and there's nobody within 5 yards of him. Tua needs to just throw this ball to Tyreek Hill. illegal blindside block on the return, but it was after the interception. So Rams will get the ball not on the 15, it'll probably be on the 25 or somewhere around there. Will you be playing offense or defense? And facts, brother Kyle. I'm on our cross country team for school. That's awesome. I ran track. My team, we made it all the way to nationals for the 1600 relay. 2 guys ran the 400, and then I ran the 800. Made it all the way. Handoff. Oh, wow, they're going to start barely on the other side of the 50, so that was a big penalty. Oh, my God, the ball's out. This game's on drugs. And now it's the Dolphins' ball. It is being ruled Dolphins' ball. Is that Kyle Fuller? I didn't even know he was in the league. The call in the field is a fumble by Kyron Williams. OMG. Even Sean McVay's got his mouth agape. That ball's out. It looks like it's out. Kyle, as a good friend of yours, I'm going to say this. There's nothing more important than that memory of being there at your brother's game, something you'll remember for the rest of your life, and something you'll remember on that day when he's on his final breath, and you can say you were there when it really mattered to him. I appreciate that, Lily. I appreciate that. Angel, that's a lot of responsibility and fitness and skill. Just keep practicing, man. Keep practicing. Become an expert at your craft. Become obsessed with it. That's my advice. First play is going to be a fake pitch rolling out. And here's Tyreek Hill. And this is exactly Tyreek Hill running across the middle. This is the pass I was pleading for him to make when he threw the interception. Tyreek Hill is just running in between the zone coverage, trying to get the ball in space. And this time, that was a much harder read and throw than the interception. But this time, at least he makes the throw. Tyreek has 2 targets tonight. That was his first catch. And that one went for 12 yards. All right, so the Dolphins at midfield. And nowhere. Bobby Brown said, "No, sir. No, sir." What a run. Bobby Brown, just big man, 74. Is that Dirkenberg? Liam Eichenberg? He just pushed him aside and said, "Excuse me, I got to make this tackle really quick. You're in my way." It's kind of weird. His offensive lineman, his pants look loose. Normally, offensive line's got tight pants. Quick throw to Achane, and now all of a sudden it's going to be 3rd and 13. Did Devon Achane always wear the Guardian cap? Oh, Devon Achane returned in Sunday's loss to the Colts wearing a Guardian cap. When did the Colts and Dolphins play? October 20th. So it's been about 21 days, so he's probably had it for 3 weeks. Ball's out. Tua just got sacked and fumbled the football. Jared Verse. Who else would have the ball besides Jared Verse? Right? Turnover, turnover, turnover. We've had 3 turnovers in like 4 plays. Look at that. Jared Verse just literally, not only does he get the sack, he just drives the center or the guard. Who was that? The left guard. Drives him all the way back, just manhandles him, and then sacks Tua, and then gets up, finds the football, who an offensive lineman for the Dolphins is on top of, jumps on the ball and rips it out of the lineman's hand. That's what Jared Verse is. Fake handoff. Roland Stafford hitting the second layer, and that is Puka Nacua. Dolphins say incomplete. Refs say complete. They're talking about it. I thought it was a catch fumble out of bounds. Now they're saying incomplete. Oh, that's close. Let's see. Doesn't have possession, has possession, fumbles. I think that's a catch fumble. I disagree. He didn't have possession, but then he got possession, and then he fumbled. But the ball stopped moving, and he was standing. I don't know. Stafford's going to use a timeout, and McVay. Here's what's always I'm always against this, because sometimes a coach will call a timeout so they have more time for their guys upstairs to say whether they should challenge it or not. The reason I'm against it is because if you don't get it, then you lose 2 timeouts. Now, if you're going to risk losing a timeout, you might as well just throw the challenge flag and forget about the timeout. But then again, with the new rule, you only have so many challenges per game. So I just think there's got to be faster information. I mean, why did that play clock wind all the way down on an incomplete pass? Obviously, because you have, a guy upstairs that's telling you whether to challenge it or not, and he needs to be faster. Simple as that. This game really is on drugs. Liam, sorry, I actually paid the refs. WTF is this game? Jared Verse must be settling for adversity. Settling for or overcoming adversity. Is he Eminem? Because this guy has some verses. Did this guy just rob you? Because he seems like a converse. Converse? No, that's not the word. Oh, no. I got it. Did this guy just rob you from your sneakers? Because I could have swore that he was a con because he stole some Converses off your feet. Rick's about to be here, and I'm going to hit him with the Converses con joke. He's going to love it. I like that even better, Brother K. Good thing I'm not watching it. Boo! Everyone boo Angel for not watching the game. Boo! Boo, Angel! I think TJ Hawkinson's a top 7 tight end from here on out. I mean, did you see him yesterday? He had like 11 targets. What did he have? 9 targets, 8 catches, 72 yards, average 9 yards per catch. A touchdown would have put him well over 20. Boo, this guy sucks. Stafford looking to throw. Oh, Kupp got hit hard. That was a huge hit. And now Kupp has 5.4 points. Oh my gosh. I'm going to lose if Jalen Waddle keeps dropping passes. Those pants look really stretchy. All right. Cup in motion. Handoff. Kyron Williams picks up 3. We're already down to 7 minutes left in the first half. I wanted this game to be more exciting. Less than half of a quarter remaining in the first half, and the Rams have a goose egg. They just panned it to a coach for the Dolphins, and I'll show you what he was doing. It was funny. Let me see. Nakua catches that one. They did a good job of selling the play action. They had everybody going left, but they were able to hit Nakua and salvage it. 3rd and 4. Trying to get some points on the board. Stafford, quick throw. Colby Parkinson, incomplete. A lot of drops here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to a podcast near you, I have a man on deck that is the biggest Chicago's Bears fans that I have ever seen. I say friendship is one of the priceless gifts from God Almighty. We may make friends, but we also have a special friend in our life. I'm very fortunate that I have this friend. Rick is not only my best friend, but he happens to be the biggest Bears fan in the planet. A die-hard Caleb Williams supporter. A man that once painted his nails pink in support of the man who was being questioned. A man that refuses to not give up, but always bear down. Coming into the studio, the one, the only, the great Rick.
Woo! What's up? Bears suck. Woo!
It's all right, buddy. It's been a rough week for us all.
Yeah, it has been a rough week indeed. Thank you for that intro, Kyle. That was a great intro.
None of it's true.
None of it was true, but I appreciate the intro.
It's like, have you seen Christmas with the Cranks?
No, I haven't. Oh, no, I have seen it. Yeah.
Where he wants to go on a cruise and cancel Christmas.
Yep.
So at the very end, that neighbor that's giving him shit, he goes over there and he gives him the cruise tickets. And it's like they always hate each other. Mm-hmm. And he gives them the cruise tickets, and then they give him a hug because it meant so much to him and his wife, who was dealing with, I think, cancer. Yeah. And then he leaves to walk out, and he goes, "Hey, this doesn't mean that we have to start being nice to each other, right?" And he's like, "Of course not, old man."
I do remember that. Yeah, that's a good movie.
I just watched. I'm already I've gone from my horror movies. I still have a couple that I need to hit. I got what's his name? Halloween. Rob Zombie's Halloween reimagined.
Oh yeah. That's a good one.
I think it's probably the best one. H2O is up there, I think.
Yeah, I could see that one. That one for sure too.
Everyone loves the original, but the problem for me is when I watch older slashers, the music and it's just not good enough. Now it's all you see the knife really go in and come out, and you really get we just can't go back. We go back and it's just it doesn't translate.
I appreciate the OG-ness of those, but
yes,
you're right. It's just not the same. But I still enjoy it. I still enjoy it. We got Head on Fire. We got an Angel. Thank you guys. We got Lil E all in the chat. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your concern for my well-being. after the Bears just have decided to give up on the season. So I appreciate it.
I don't think they gave up.
They don't look like a team that is doing anything to improve. That's kind of what they look like right now. And the coaching staff is a joke. The coaching staff is an absolute joke.
But we knew that.
Yeah. You called it out obviously much earlier. And I thought
I don't think Bears fans wanted to believe it because
that's
Caleb
correct.
Williams was like,
Correct.
it was like, look, even if this guy's not that great, they're going to flip it to Tyreek here, and Tyreek's going to get the edge and be 4 yards short, so 6-yard pickup. I think they just thought, like, even if he's not a great coach, we have so much talent on this team right now that we could, like, Nick Sirianni this.
Yeah. That's actually that's just a very good way of putting that, because it's true. That's what I was thinking going into the season. I was like, look, the consistency's there. The defense is really good under Eberflus, and the bye week hit, and Shane Waldron and the offense just forgot everything that happened the 6 weeks prior to that, and have just looked like absolute dog shit ever since then. So,
well,
you gotta get rid of these guys.
This game's had wait, what did you say at the very end?
Got to get rid of these guys.
Oh yeah. On my prediction episode on Friday at the very end, I was like, Rick's not gonna like this. He's not, but I have to make my prediction.
Yeah.
And my prediction was that the Patriots were gonna come into Chicago and they were gonna win. And the Bears were 9.5-point favorites, so it was a bold take. And
that's crazy.
The second part of my prediction hasn't come true, and that's that Eberflus would have been fired. I was thinking on Monday morning, and no, I guess when you're 0-18 on the road as a head coach, and you get embarrassed by a team that has a brand new head coach, a brand new rookie quarterback, less good of weapons on the outside, and a worse defense, that's not a fireable offense. I don't get it.
Neither do I. And the McCaskies they've just never, ever fired a coach midway through the season. But this is bad, dude. Like I don't know how they can't do it. Tua's trying to escape pressure, looking for a guy, and he's going to get sacked. Lunch.
Num.
For
Jared
about
Verse
10
is going to be defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah,
and it's not going to be close.
He is good. The ownership has never done this. They don't believe in paying money to someone who's not doing something in the organization. So the most they'll do is get rid of Shane Waldron. That's probably the most that they will do. They will wait till the end of the season to get rid of Eberflus and go from there. But this is a fireable offense. What has happened the last 3 weeks have been fireable offenses, and I don't know how they don't get that. 3rd and 20.
Here we go. Big 3rd and 20. They're going to set up a screen to Achane, and Achane's going to go for about 10, and they're going to have to. I don't know if they could kick it. It would be like a 57-yarder from here, I think.
Yeah, it'd be a long one.
Are they on their 40 or the Rams 40?
I think they're on their. No, the Rams 40. I think.
Jeez, 8 yards in the second quarter.
Jesus Christ!
Not the fireworks show that I expected. I was expecting this to be the game where the Dolphins kind of just offensively look more efficient.
Yeah.
And the game started that way. And the Rams, Stafford had like 13 yards passing in the first quarter.
That's it?
Yeah. Whew. And for a large portion of that, he only had 1. And then, now the Rams, you also had 4 turnovers or 3 turnovers in 7 plays. You had a bad interception from Tua, and then no. Was it Matthew Stafford that threw the pick? Oh no, Kyron Williams fumbled it. Then Tua threw a pick.
Yeah.
And then another turnover. It's hard to keep track of them all, but
There's
they
too
basically
many.
just kept giving the ball back to each other.
And Kyron
Oh,
Williams up the middle, big hit, gets 9 yards. Wow.
he made it. He's laughing too. He's like, that didn't look good.
Yeah.
That's not good for prime time.
No. I am currently winning 105.3 to 79.62. My opponent is Kyron Williams and Tyreek Hill
Oof.
going in this game, so I'm hanging on right now by about 26 points.
Oh, me and you both. I'm winning by about 10, and the
Ooh.
person I'm playing has Cooper Kupp, and
Mm.
I started Jalen Waddle. Everybody said don't start Jalen Waddle, all the experts. He was projected like 7 points. He just hasn't had it, and I was like, no. Against the Rams, this is going to be the moment where Jalen Waddle gets it together.
Yeah.
And it helped that Xavier Worthy and Xavier Worthy to me against the Broncos, I was like, no, that's not going to work. Like, he's not going to do shit. And he ended up with 2 points. So
Yeah, and he got injured, didn't he, last in that game?
No.
No, I thought he did. Okay.
And then T. Higgins, I mean, geez, when the guy plays, he's amazing. And then the problem is he doesn't most of the time. So now he's like nursing a thigh injury.
Yeah.
And then I was kind of out of options. I mean, hindsight, I would have flexed Bucky Irving.
Right.
And then started Jalen Waddle over DeAndre Hopkins because I didn't trust any of the Chiefs receivers this week.
No, that's fair.
But
Especially
I mean,
with that
Devontae
offense
Adams
that they've been
too, 9 points. Brees Hall 12. Montgomery 12.
going. It's so rough, dude.
It was just a bad week.
Yeah,
But I might be able to get a dub. So you got to be able to grind these games out, kind of like the
True.
Lions did against the Texans. Like you're not gonna score 140 every week, but you got to find a way to win. I make it sound like we're doing something about it. Like,
no, I get you though. I get you. I was the only so far. Every one of my every one of my players has outperformed my opponent's players except the quarterback. He had in Brock Purdy. I had in Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams had 6.3 points. CJ Stroud had 9.7. He had 3 more points. So I thought I was good at quarterback with CJ Stroud, and that is just not the case right now.
Luckily for you too, Kyle Pitts had a down game against New Orleans because that's normally like a big game for him.
Yeah, I had Bijan and he got me damn near 30 points, 29.4. So 2nd and 1 here for the Rams. And Williams, first down for progress. 10-3 Dolphins are leading. I saw was that an opening game touchdown drive for the Dolphins?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I mean, I would like to see more of that.
Yeah, I saw the replay, I think on X. On X.
But they ran it, right?
Yeah, I think it was I couldn't tell if it was a trick play or if it was just a toss to the right side or something. Either way, they scored. Back to pass Stafford going right side, caught. And that's going to be Parker or not Parker.
Davis Allen, yeah.
Allen, there we go.
Didn't think he was going to play much of a role today. I thought Colby Parkinson would do it, but they're going no huddle here.
There you go. First down. Couple first downs already in the last 2 plays.
Maybe they should run up-tempo offense for the rest of the game.
Has it looked bad so far this first half?
It's looked bad. It's looked slow. And this is just what they need.
Stafford back to pass, going deep left side. Puka was covered really well.
That was Robinson.
Oh, was it Robinson? I thought it was Puka.
Demarcus Robinson. He had the game-winning catch in Seattle. The one-hander, I think.
Oh,
in the end
that's
zone.
right. Yeah. Yeah, that was good. He was covered well. The throw was a little bit too ahead of him. Rams have 2 timeouts, 39 seconds left in the second quarter.
See if they target the sidelines here.
Kyren.
Oh, Kyren. They got 2 timeouts. They should call one here.
I was going to say, they got to call one here.
Good job calling one here. And I don't think this drive's about 3. I think it's more about 7, which would be a tie game at half, 10-10. And Stafford's changing helmets.
Oh, something wrong with his
I guess
other
he
one.
can't hear the coach. Well, maybe that's a good thing because they're finally moving the ball.
I wish Caleb would do the same, just not listen to his coach. That'd be nice. That'd be nice to not listen to Waldron once in a while.
I'm hearing some chatter. I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm hearing that something's going on between DJ Moore and Caleb Williams. Is there any? Wait, we'll go over it at halftime.
Yeah. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Stafford back to pass in the pocket.
Oh no,
fumble.
another one. Timeout.
Stafford
You got to burn it
fumbles.
here. You got to burn it here. Call your fucking timeout. What are we doing?
Why did you take 7 seconds off before you called the timeout? That was a little crazy. Yeah, how do you not feel that? I don't know. I'm not a quarterback. I shouldn't be judging, but also I feel like you saw that out of the corner of your eye.
Yeah. That is one thing from going straight to the Broncos game to another game where I was like, I'm just not giving one thing I just haven't given Bo enough credit for is the negative plays. They just don't happen. Like it's either a neutral or it's good. But these sacks, his pocket awareness, and then I find out he's the least sacked quarterback in the league.
Must be nice.
You just nice. That is a special gift though, to feel that pressure.
Oh yeah. Stafford right side. He's got Puka. No, is that?
You better get up and spike it. What are you guys looking around for? Move.
Jesus. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and they're gonna go for the field goal.
My God, what is the body language of this team? It's really getting to me.
Too much time there. Too much time before the timeout. Getting up, trying to spike it. That was bad.
Puka needs to get up and run with the football to the ref because he needs to touch the ball for it to, and he just laid there and looked like, where am I at on the field? Get up.
Yeah. 55-yarder here for Cardi. Standing at his own logo. Snap, hold, kick.
Looks good. Does it have the distance?
Looks good. Is good.
Great Rams. Kick. That looked like it would have been good from 60.
Yeah, that was a really good one. Down the middle, everything. There was nothing wrong with that one. So
we'll see if that comes into some of the coaching decisions later in the second half. Maybe they kick a 58-yarder where they would have punted it, but I think the kicker just gave you a little bit of confidence.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, and they're getting points on the board, which, if we know anything from, I don't know, Harbaugh won the Chargers earlier this year, it's you keep kicking field goals, that's points on the board. You get close, you're within a score, you still got a shot. So
yeah,
very, very important for them. But Dolphins lead 10-6.
I'm gonna fill up my water really quick.
Okay. So Dolphins leading 10-6 right now. I'm gonna check some stats here just to take a quick look. I am currently leading 105.3 to 84.12 in my fantasy, which is very, very, very close. That's good. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's see. They get the ball back second half too. Who's that, Angel? Is it the Dolphins or Got to do something during halftime. Be back soon. Sounds good, Angel. Take your time. We will be right here. So let's see. Tua, 87 yards on 9 of 15 with 1 interception. Matthew Stafford, 97 yards on 15 of 21 with 1 interception so far. Kyron Williams, 25 yards. Achane, 23 yards rushing. Washington for the Rams right now is the one with the touchdown. Or I'm sorry, the Dolphins is the one with a rushing touchdown so far. Waddle, 2 receptions, 55 yards. Puka Nacua right now, 4 receptions, 33 yards. So, yeah, not a lot of offense. Total yards so far, 111 for the Dolphins, 106 for the Rams. So, not a very offensive heavy battle going on right now on Monday Night Football, which I don't know. It's kind of surprising so far for the Rams, I would say, but the Dolphins getting Tua back, obviously it'd be nice if they could just go back to the same old Dolphins of like last year, right? Before all of the injuries, concussions happened to Tua, where they were leading the NFL in yards and in offense. But so far, not a great first half for any of these teams. Let's see who else was in here. Did I see Liam in here? Liam was in here for a bit. Actually had on fire. Angel. Got some Domino's pizza. Just coming back from Portland. Which, by the way, if you've not been to Portland, absolutely recommend. They have got some of the best food spots. They've got a variety of everything. We got Liam. I'm down 124-104 and I have Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams. They have Tyreek Hill, so I need Nacua and Williams to go off and Hill to do better in the second half. I'm with you on who was it, Tyreek to be bad, but I also need Kyron Williams to not do too much because the opponent I'm going up against has Tyreek and Williams. But anyway, go to Portland. Portland's got a lot of cool food spots. Had some friends. Well, my wife's friend and his girlfriend live down there. We visited them on and off. Not on and off, but we visited them here and there for the last 2-3 years or so. So it was a good time. Kyle. Oh, dude. I was in Portland. Went to this vintage shop. You got pizza Sundays too?
Yeah.
I got some pizza from
Hell
Domino's. Yeah. I went to Portland, went to this vintage shop. Yesterday we did some shopping with my wife's friend and his girlfriend. And my wife is like, oh, I'm going to look, just to look for hats because, I love hats, love wearing hats. I saw this really sick Denver Broncos hat and I bought it. And I was like, Kyle's gonna really like this hat. I'm gonna wear it on stream hopefully one of these days. But I bought it and I was like, this is a sick fucking hat. It's got the old Denver logo.
Oh, it's an old school.
Yeah, with the D and the Bronco coming out of it and whatnot. And it's really, really cool. You're gonna like it when you see it.
Dude, that's sick.
I was like, I'm buying that 100%.
It's like one of those unique ones.
Yeah, 100%.
I love finding like unique shit that's not on NFL Shop.
Same. Couldn't find. I don't think you could find this one anywhere really because it's It's one of those that probably came out a while ago, and like that's it. That's the only release, and it was in a vintage shop. I was like, sick.
That's why I get like most of my shit from eBay.
Mm-hmm. One of a kind.
Exactly. And like a lot of times there'll be like a grandpa that was a huge fan in the 60s or 70s, and now he's passed away, and the kids are like, I don't want this stuff.
I don't know how I feel about that part, but yeah. Very unique. You had asked me earlier about DJ Moore, Caleb Williams. I don't know if it is necessarily a Caleb DJ problem. Although I will say the last 2 weeks, and I don't know what it is, but Caleb has been playing really bad. He's been playing extremely bad. He's overthrowing receivers. He is missing like Anthony Richardson type misses, like flats, putting a little too much on it, holding on to the ball a little too long. But there's so many issues. Like, it's not just Caleb's fault for holding the ball too long. It's the Shane Waldron isn't scheming guys open. Like, there was an all 22 I was watching of some guy being like, all right, here's this play. Tell me who you would throw it to. And he would play it, and everyone was covered. Everyone for like the first 2 seconds. So Caleb's just sitting there being like, who the fuck am I going to throw it to? Even the check down was covered. So it's difficult. And again, I'm not going to take any blame away from Caleb because he's also been playing like shit recently. But I think the main issue here is just that DJ Moore at this part of last season was, I don't know, he had like 6 touchdowns. He had maybe like 500 yards, something along those lines. He was clearly the number one wide receiver, getting the ball consistently. And let's be honest, Caleb is a rookie. Justin Fields was technically in his, well, not technically, he was in his 3rd year. He's a veteran, right? He's now in his 4th year. So he knew the playbook a little bit better than what Caleb's going to know and what DJ's going to know at that point in time. So I think a lot of it is frustration from DJ Moore's end, is just like, he's the same as me, I think, or every other Bears fan is like, what the fuck happened after the bye week? Why is this offense back to weeks 1 through 3 of this season where Caleb couldn't get anything going? The offensive scheme was bad. Like, nobody was open. The offensive line is a whole nother issue that is just trash right now. Everyone's getting injured. Tevin Jenkins can't go a season without getting injured. So I don't know if it's Caleb versus DJ Moore necessarily, like in that sense where there's a little bit of frustration. I can see that, why he, as the number one guy, he's not getting the ball that much. I don't know, man. I feel like it's a lot more. I feel like there's layers to this. It's the offense is bad.
Is anybody like at this point, like in the Bears chats, is anybody like, no, dude, like I'm sure there's some people like, what happened? And some people are like, those 2 games you're talking about is the Jags and the Panthers, and their passing defense is horrendous. Mm-hmm. So like, are those games people are starting to look at it like, is that why we were successful?
No, because you had said it yourself against the Commanders. They had one of the worst pass defenses in the league. They were bottom tier. They were bottom 5, bottom 6,
Commander?
7, whatever. The Commanders, their passing defense was bad.
I thought there were 6.
No, because you had pointed it out. You're like, Caleb should have or was that the Cardinals?
That was against the Cardinals.
Or it was the Cardinals. But even in that game against the Commanders, he had 3 drives, one of them which they fumbled at the goal line. 2 of them they scored touchdowns. Like, Caleb led those 2 drives at the end, right? You get to the Cardinals and they score 9 points, and it's against one of the worst passing defenses. And it's like, how is it that we're losing these games, and how is it that we're only scoring 9 points against bad defenses? right?
The one thing, though, I will say is that the Cardinals in their last 3 games are only
They're really
giving up
good.
176,
Mm-hmm.
which would put them at 5th in the league right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what they've done defensively,
Mm-hmm.
but clearly they've made some kind of adjustment in that stat. I don't think they're the 26th ranked defense anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's because they're coached well. You know what I mean? Like at one point, what's his name? The coach there in Arizona,
Rich Gannon.
Gannon. Yes, thank you. Was like, okay, we've actually got a shot of winning some games here, and in a kind of up in the air division right now that is the NFC West, we have an opportunity. And they were able to adjust mid-season. Now they are beating all sorts of teams. And it started with, I don't want to say it started with the Bears. It started the week before the Bears, where they looked really good. And Kyler Murray and all of these guys, James Conner, have looked really, really good. But at that point when they played the Bears, it was still like, okay, they're coming off a Hail Mary loss. The offense obviously didn't look good, but the passing defense for the Cardinals isn't great right now. And what did they do? They rushed Caleb Williams. They rushed the passer, put pressure on him because they're coached well. The coach understands what they need to do. He understands where the adjustments needs to be made. And for the Bears right now, it's not it. And again, I think it's fault from top to bottom. It's Caleb isn't playing well. Shane Waldron isn't scheming wide receivers open. They just realized that Cole Kmet is a good player, probably a top tight end in the fucking league. If they actually throw the ball to him. So, top to bottom, this organization right now has just kind of, it seems like they're doing the same thing over and over and over again. No matter who they draft or who they bring in at quarterback, they just don't feel like they want to win. So, and today Matt Eberflus was talking about, we're going to make some changes, and he didn't specify which ones, but I'm just like, in my head, shit. I'm like, yeah, no shit. But also like, why does ownership think that this guy should be the one making changes when he's 0-18 on the road on Sundays? Last I checked, 80% of your games are on Sundays and 40% of your games are on the road. Like what? How do you go winless on the road on Sundays in your almost 3 full seasons as head coach?
That is I've never seen a stat like that.
That's crazy talk. That's not something you should ever see. Like, he will go down in history as one of the worst coaches on the road on Sundays. Like, wow. And the Bears were so lucky to get him. Like, that's the kind of luck
that's the rescuer from Matt Nagy.
Yeah. I didn't think he'd get worse. And it did. It did.
But how did people feel about Eberflus right when he became the coach?
I was excited. Don't get me wrong. Because we were getting rid of Nagy. But it's not like they went and got Kevin O'Connell. I was listening to the podcast about all the coach hirings that happened that same year. The only ones that have their job are Kevin O'Connell and Todd Bowles and Matt Eberflus from that 2022 coach hirings. Dennis Allen just lost his job.
Saleh.
I don't know if it was Saleh. I think Saleh's been around a little bit longer, probably the year before. And there was a couple other coaches. Either way, it's like, oh, okay, so we got like the worst guy, and Dennis Allen, the only reason he kept his job with the Saints is because he was under Sean Payton for so long.
Yeah. That's like a Belichick thing.
Yeah, it's like the Gerard Mayo thing going on right now. So I don't know, man. At the time it was exciting because we knew we were getting rid of Nagy, but obviously it wasn't a very splashy hire. It wasn't something that anybody was so excited about, like when you get someone like
a Ben Johnson.
Like a Ben Johnson, in the future, obviously, or like when the Chiefs got Andy Reid, or
Sean Payton.
Sean Payton. Like, there was not that level of excitement. Jim
Even
Harbaugh.
D'Amico Ryans.
D'Amico Ryan. Well,
No,
maybe.
like
Jim Harbaugh for
there
sure.
were 3
Like,
teams that wanted him. And
and he went back
the
to
Broncos,
Texans.
their first choice was D'Amico Ryans.
Mm.
And then D'Amico Ryans told them that he was going to the Texans, and then Sean Payton was the head coach. But I guess like the consensus around the league was that D'Amico Ryans was going to be an all-star of a coach.
Mm-hmm.
But
so
still,
far, he's been all right.
Oh, he's been great.
Not this year. He's got a winning record, leading the division, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, the AFC is all down right now, but
That's true.
He took a franchise that was projected to win 2 games, into the playoffs, won a playoff game with a rookie quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And even last night, it had to be a last-second field goal for the Lions. And the Texans, that's how I judge a team. Like, how do you play tough? Like, your players, like, when you lose, what does it look like?
Yeah. And they actually care. They look like they give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the biggest one. So, yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know what the Bears are going to do at the end of the season, if they do anything at all. I had put out a short about how there was rumors that Eberflus is going to stay no matter what. Like, next year he's the coach, and I was convinced that Poles keeping him was the continuity. Continuity is important, right? That was one thing I was kind of saying during a lot of our preseason shows, was like, continuity is important. We got to
unless
keep the
you're
same
continuing bad.
unless it's just shit football. Then it's like, okay, this continuity can't continue.
We need the opposite of continuity. We need change.
We need that 2008 Barack Obama change.
Yeah. I was just thinking.
But yeah, man, I was really buying into the continuity of Eberflus and the defense, and I was like, we're gonna start all over. We got Caleb Williams, bringing in Roma Dunze through the draft, bringing in Keenan Allen through the offseason. The offensive line looked decent towards the end of the season. I thought bringing all those guys back was going to be fine, and it has just been the opposite of that. Like you said, if the continuity is bad football, why the continuity? There's no point. So I was a big believer in that, and that just is nothing's happening.
Well, as a fan, you have to believe that the front office is always doing what's
absolutely
best for the organization.
Yep.
And we have seen times where you can never get an organization going because there's too much hiring and firings.
Mm-hmm.
So you just have to buy in as a fan and be like, no, continuity is a good thing. But then, obviously there's a pivot here at this point. I buy into every head coach that the Broncos hire. Vance Joseph, Vic Fangio, these guys didn't work out. But if you asked me, like, how did I feel about it? I'd be like, good, I'm going to give them a shot,
That's what I said too.
It wasn't like I was doing a backflip over it. What is he? He's got his finger in his ear.
What's going on?
He just wet willied him. He just got a wet willy on. Wait, what? What? Then they all looked down. What was it?
That was weird.
1st and 10, Stafford standing at the 34. High snap. Football's on the ground. Stafford. Oh, amazing.
Wow.
This is a very lucky bounce because this has been the kind of game where they can't get it going. It's like, even right now, they got a couple good plays, 10 yards away from the red zone, and then the center snaps the ball 7-8 feet in the air.
Oh, my God.
If that ball doesn't bounce perfectly, because Stafford was playing the bounce. Look, if that ball would have bounced differently, Dolphins would have recovered.
Oh, yeah. 2nd and 23 now. Another higher snap. Kyron Williams moving to the right side, gets tackled after about 2 yards. What's up with the center here? What's going on?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know if they have a different center in right now. He even knows it. He's like, come on, get your shit together. It's weird. It's like, what? You've only snapped it like 1,000 times. You don't know the height?
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird one to just like, you forget that it's not automatic, that it's still like, it's not a machine, it's a guy.
3rd and 21. Shotgun for Stafford. Motions Puka. Takes
That
the
one
snap.
looked kind of high.
Ooh, it did. And Puka's just going to get 3 yards. We had that Dolphin guy just jump into the pile.
The guy just pushed him in front of the ref. That's not a flag?
That's ridiculous.
So we can just do that now?
The Dolphins can. They're down on their luck, dude. Give them a shot here.
Dude, that ball almost could have been picked. This whole offense is just kind of moving a little slow. 52-yard attempt. He was good from 55 to close out the first half. And this one will be from 52. Snap, hold. Kick is... would have been good, but the refs blow the whistle. 5 yards against the Rams. So here we go, baby. Another 57-yarder.
Oh, my God.
He made it from 55, so now it's 57. Leave him out there. He's nailing him. He loves it. He's like, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. The other, I mean, the last kick before halftime could have gone through 60, so.
Here we go.
57-yarder.
Standing on his own logo to kick this one from 57. Snap, hold, kick is... He pushed it.
Oh, no.
No, what happened? He just... It wasn't even close.
Far right. He would have made it. A little bit more centered. Let's see the holder. No, good hold.
Yeah,
just
we're
a little
seeing
too much to the right.
We're seeing the mental side of football tonight. The snaps, the kicking. I mean, obviously this guy can make the kick. He would have made it from 60 to close the half.
This guy with the headset like, ooh.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What'd you do with our kicker? Did the Monstars just take the soul out of you? I've got him. I've got his talent.
And just so everybody knows, I stopped watching after the second series of the third quarter yesterday for the Bears. After they did not, I think they were 1 of 12, 1 of 13 on third downs. And that second series, they could not convert on third down again. And I was like, cool. Not ruining my trip down to Portland. And guess what? I didn't miss anything. The only offense the Bears had was the kick that Cairo Santos made in the second quarter.
But you were probably watching your phone, like, updates.
I was watching updates.
Or is this a full boycott?
No. Like, I did not physically watch it, but I kept looking at the score.
Just in case. There's that little piece of you that's like,
yeah, I'm like,
what if?
It's still the Patriots. Like, who knows? But yeah, dude, that's how frustrated I was. And we got Bill. Sorry, guys, still working on Windows servers. Just wanted you to know I didn't forget about you on Veterans Day. Bill, thank you.
Oh, wow.
Appreciate that.
Thanks,
and we got a membership from Bill. Thank you so much, Bill. Let's see who the lucky person is. Let's see who it is. It is going to be, god dang, motherfucking hot darn. Hot darn. I don't even see. I can't see.
Top 5, no debating. Top 5.
Our new member is
the Dixon Way.
Just kidding. The Dixon raid, they raid us all the time.
That's true. We got Bill with a super chat. Let's go. Thanks for everything you've done, guys. No, Bill, thank you
Thank
for
you,
all your
Bill.
support.
You're the MVP.
You're the MVP. You're the real MVP, just like KD said about his mom that one time.
Look, we know where it comes from. You don't have to say KD.
So KD is Kevin Durant. He plays in the NBA, right, guys? Now,
Oh,
what
we
he
don't have to go that far back.
I'm just
In
mansplaining basketball.
1991,
Just mansplaining to you guys.
what year do you think KD was born without looking it up? I'm going to try it. I think he's probably about, I
87,
think he's probably like 36.
87, 88?
I'm going to say 36, so that would put him at 86.
Let's see, Kevin.
I'm going to say 1985.
I'm going to say
1985, I arrived.
88. Yeah, I'm going to say 88.
Joke's on you, mother. We alive.
88. September 29th, 1988, age 36. You were right on the age.
Damn.
You were right on the age.
I know, but then I just wanted to do 85 because that J. Cole song. 1985, I arrived.
Yeah, that's not how it works, Kyle. Sorry.
I know. But KD is an old-ass man now.
He is 36 years old. I was like, oh, shit, he is old, huh? He's been in the league for a minute now.
We're getting younger. No,
We're
we're
getting
staying
younger.
the same.
We're staying the
We're
same.
staying the same. That's the reality because I'm definitely not getting younger because I'm not getting any dumber. So
And my TV is doing the thing where it likes to not show me television, so that's great. So I got to restart it again.
oh, dude.
What happened?
Sunday was for me, it was the worst loss since 2012.
2012?
For me, like personally, like this loss hurt more than any loss since 2012. That's the last game I could even like think. I would, because immediately when you feel this type of pain, you're like, when's the last time I felt this?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
What was 2012, though?
the Ravens
Super
Hail
Bowl?
Mary
Oh.
to beat
the
us
Hail
in double
Mary.
overtime to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Super Bowl or AFC Championship?
Well, no, like they went on to win the Super Bowl. It was the Harbaugh Super Bowl.
Gotcha. Yeah, the Bears have it's been pretty heartbreaking. I don't know if I've known an actual true heartbreak. I mean, it was obviously the Cody Parkey thing, double doink, but before that, I would have to say it was 2000.
This is going to be a touchdown.
No way.
Oh, he's going to be down at the 1.
Fucking TV. God damn it.
They just threw it to, is that who's Smith? Number 9. I don't even know who this guy is. He's going to be down on the 1-yard line. And then the Rams, it was crazy. So he just runs like a little out route in the middle of the field. And then 2 Rams go to hit him. One goes low, one goes high. None of them wrap up. And he just bounces off both of them and runs for another 20 yards. Like, this is the worst tackling ever. Like, It is so embarrassing. These 2 players, dude.
Wrap up.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I'm seeing it now. They did not wrap up. That's so dumb.
Elementary shit.
First thing going, they're about to score a touchdown.
It's like Dalvin Cook's in the game.
Give it a H-Chan.
It's like, what's Dalvin Cook doing?
Before the Cody Parkey double doink was probably the NFC Championship against the Packers. When the Packers went on to win the Super Bowl in 2011? 2010?
2010.
2010. That was the worst one. That was the more heartbreaking one.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it was like poetic. The opposite of poetic justice, where I've been saying all season, the Chiefs are beatable. The Broncos are going to hand them their first loss. They
look like it.
They're not going to be able to get away with this type of performance. And people are like, "Well, look at the Ravens. They smoked the Broncos." And I'm like, you know who else the Ravens smoked? The Lions, the 49ers. Like, if we just like eliminated all the teams the Ravens have smoked at home, we would be missing our NFC and AFC championship.
Yeah.
Touchdown, Tyreek Hill.
Damn it. Damn it.
So I think sometimes you just got to take it on the chin and move on. And
Yeah.
I didn't think that game was going to affect this week. And I mean, it was just such a good game, like from the Broncos. Very complete football game. Bo Nix had a deep touchdown to Cortland Sutton. And it was just like Denver led that game the entire game. The Chiefs didn't even take a lead until they took a 2-point lead with like 4 minutes left. And then Bo Nix, it's like, all right, dude, here's your moment. Your first game against Patrick Mahomes in the AFC West in Arrowhead. This is your moment. Well, are you up for it? Because he hasn't really been in this situation. And he went on a 13-play drive, took all of the clock away. The Chiefs called their timeouts, and he still got first downs, a clutch third down conversion, avoiding a sack and then throwing a dime. And then it was over. It was like the Chiefs fans were just like, the energy was just sucked out of the stadium. And then they took a couple knees, called their timeout, 25-yard field goal, and it get blocked.
Yep.
And Patrick Mahomes is running out on the field like with his hands like when you didn't do anything on the group project and you get an A. Just running out there.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting here watching like that Breaking Bad meme. They can't keep getting away with this. He can't keep getting away with this. And I'm just like, you know, what bothered me the most about the game was today. Because today, they've talked about this game all over. But the 20-minute segment is all about the Chiefs. They can't get enough of the Chiefs and how they just find a way to win. And yes, very impressive. The blocked field goal, they deserved to win the game. Yeah. With that said, Bo Nix deserved to win that game. He didn't fuck up on the offensive line. The defense deserved to win that game. The special teams ruined it for the entire team. But a kick that is made 90% of the time, I looked up the stat, 90% and higher, a kick that is made every time. You're saying if that ball goes through the upright all day, we're going to talk about the Broncos now? I feel like that just doesn't make sense, that just because the kick was blocked, nobody's going to mention that Bo Nix just arguably outplayed Mahomes in Arrowhead. And the fact that Bo Nix now leads all quarterbacks, wide receivers, and rookie running backs in total touchdowns. And the guy's got a receiving touchdown as well.
Yeah, he does. Last week, right?
Like I almost just don't even care because it's like I've come to expect this. But I'm just like, when Jaden Daniels did really well, like he was talked about, Caleb Williams had 2 back-to-back games where he lit it up and he was talked about. And I feel like Bo Nix is just the story that's just like, for whatever reason, the media is like, that's not going to sell. So we're not going to talk about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, that is so impressive. You know, only one quarterback has ever beaten Mahomes in Arrowhead as a rookie, and Bo Nix was about to be the second. And yeah, it's a 25. It's not like it was a 55-yard, Hail Mary of a field goal. Like, he drove the team all the way down. The Chiefs knew that they needed to stop them, and he continued to pick up third downs until there was nothing they could do. Like, Bo had his career-defining drive, and the moment was totally robbed from him. And I didn't think that would translate to the media not catching it. But it seemed like nobody caught it. That's what really bothered me about the game.
Yeah, and the shitty thing is, like, the media is gonna pick their guy, and in this case, it's Jaden Daniels, which nothing to take away from him. It's just that's kind of how it goes, man. Unfortunately, that's how it goes. It sucks because you're right. Like, there's a really good opportunity for Bo Nix and the Broncos this year to make a very, very good case as to be like, why aren't you guys talking about us? Why don't we get, all the love like the Chiefs do, or another team, or Jane Daniels, or the Ravens and Lamar Jackson, something like that. But
they will. It'll come.
I think they will, but that's what I was going to say. Like, it does take time. And if I'm being honest, like, Caleb Williams outplayed Jane Daniels 2 weeks in a row, and Jane Daniels took the Rookie of the Week, which I don't care about Rookies of the Week.
It's bullshit.
It's just nice to get
I
the
think
recognition.
Bo should have won the Rookie of the Rookie. No, he won Rookie of the Month.
Yeah.
No, but Rookie of the Week, they gave it to Jaden Daniels, and it's like
That's
he didn't do anything.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's kind of just the way it happens, and there's not much I could do. Like, I just want Caleb Williams to win games and look good. I just want him to develop into a good quarterback, and that's just not happening.
Yeah, and I keep reminding myself, it's like, you know what, dude? I would rather be upset about this than upset about that, which I was upset about the last 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's true.
Like passing touchdowns, rushing touchdowns, total touchdowns. Bo Nix leads all rookies in rushing touchdowns too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he's making a serious candidate to win Rookie of the Year. And the problem is Jaden Daniels might win it, but if he wins MVP, it's open.
I don't know, dude. Lamar Jackson's on top of it. I think Lamar Jackson gets his third and second in a row.
Unless the Commanders finish with a better record.
Yeah, possibly. I don't know if they finish with a better record. I think there are some cracks starting to show on the defensive side, especially for the Commanders. But
I don't really care about any of that, to be honest. I just care about making the playoffs.
Yeah.
To me,
the Bears aren't going to make it, but yeah.
I wouldn't say that yet.
Totally, dude. This team's cooked. This team is cooked. They've got the worst part of their schedule coming up. And
but that might be a good thing because the easy games haven't been a good thing before them. Like maybe they need their back against the wall and they need no one to believe in them. Because that was the opposite of what we started with. We started with easy games and everyone believing that this was a playoff team, a double-digit win team. Yeah. And that didn't really work out for them. So maybe the opposite will be good. Maybe.
Yeah, I remember at the beginning of the season, I was like, there's no way this team is simply a 7 or worse win team. And the last 2 games, they've scored 9 points total. 12 points. And over the last 3 games, they've scored 27 total. They were scoring that in every game for like 3 weeks straight. You know what I mean? So
you should just start cheering for the Broncos with me.
I need help. I do. I feel that.
Because we're not like good enough for bandwagon fans. But we're also not good enough for like anyone to just be like, you know what, I'm going to pull for your Broncos.
Yeah, I know. I get you.
But yeah, I mean, because right now the AFC is so weak that we have to win 4 more games. That's really what it is. And we have games coming up with the Raiders, and then we have the Browns and the Colts.
Are you talking about 4 more wins for like a wild card sniff or what?
Yeah, I think 9 wins is going to make the 7th seed in the AFC this year.
Okay.
The Bengals, the Dolphins, the Jets, all of these teams they're all 2-win teams right now.
Oh, Jets are cooked. Bengals. Bengals
their loss to the Ravens really kind of took it out of them. Big first down for the Rams, almost to the red zone.
Yeah.
Angel,
did Lil E leave? Open. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I know he was here just a little bit ago. Jets are cooked for sure. The trade for Devontae Adams, while awesome, it just has not worked out.
And then so Broncos, Browns, and Colts. I think Denver's better than those 3. And then they got the Chargers. I think they'll split the series with the Chargers, but they could lose that. Then the Bengals. And then the Chiefs, but I don't think they're going to be playing any starters week 18.
Yes, I agree with that. So you guys should beat the Chiefs week 18. The Bengals, I don't know, man. That one.
But we don't need it. If we beat the Browns, the Colts, and the Raiders, we really don't need that one.
Yeah, but it's still nice to have all the wins.
Because that would put us at 10 wins.
Yeah.
And I think that's a playoff berth in the AFC this year.
Oh, I think so too. 100%. 10 wins gets you in, I think.
And I think 3 teams. That was my prediction in the offseason was that the Raiders or the Chargers, Broncos, and Chiefs would all make the playoffs in the AFC. I think it's coming true. I think it's going to be the Broncos and Chargers and Steelers in the wild card.
So Buffalo for sure.
Yeah.
Steelers, Ravens, Texans, Chiefs, Chargers, Denver. Yeah, that's 7.
Yep.
There's no one else that I can see overtaking the Broncos in terms of a wild card spot unless Cincinnati gets it going. And that is a hard if they get it going. That's a hard if. You know what I mean? So,
especially without T. Higgins. And now they're playing the Chargers, who I think the Chargers are going to beat them on Sunday.
The Chargers going against the Bengals?
Yeah, in the games in the Chargers, and it's Sunday Night Football. It's going to be a good game.
That is going to be a very good game. 3rd and 7 here for the Rams as they are 3 yards away from the red zone. Stafford in the shotgun.
Oh, it's going to get
Snap. Oh, big sack lunch.
Num, num, num.
Num, 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 num. Tyler Fink in the chat. Bears playing against their owners this week. You could not agree more. Could not agree more, Tyler. Could not agree more.
Oh, my God, dude. Imagine the first round of the playoffs is the Broncos and Chiefs.
What a game that would be. What a game that would be, dude.
I don't know. I think I might have to go to the game.
That would be an insane game.
No, I wouldn't. I would stream it. It would be cool, but I would rather be here.
Also, those tickets, I'm sure, are very expensive.
Yeah, that too.
Especially at Arrowhead. Scrimmage game? Oh, scrimmage game? That would be cool.
What's that?
I'm assuming one of those like the I'm assuming Casey's talking about like the preseason scrimmages when they go to each other's like when they go to the one practice field or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I assume that's what he's talking about. I want to see the Bears coaches in pads. Yeah. Oh, Casey, you're talking about the Bears playing against their owners. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to see that as well. I want to see George McCaskey's 80-year-old ass get absolutely destroyed up the middle by Montez Sweat.
Rick, I can just tell that like the Bears have like taken the football life out of you.
Yeah.
I can just feel it.
They have.
Like it's sad.
Have. It's bad, dude. It's just not fun anymore. It's not fun watching this team, and it's been that way for so long.
I know.
It seems like every when exactly. It seems like the last two coaches, Nagy and Eberflus, there's been one moment where that moment happens and it goes to shit. The one for Nagy was the double doink. After that, it was never the same. The culture was never the same. The offense sucked. They went 6-0 one year and then absolutely shit the bed after that. They got a lot of lucky wins, obviously, in that 6-0 start of the season. And then this year, it was, oddly enough, the bye week. And then obviously the Hail Mary the following week. Like ever since then, it has just not been the same for this Bears team. And it's
the Hail Mary. That's a special type of loss.
That is. And it's like, that's how you know you're not a good head coach when something like that happens so demoralizing, such a crushing loss, and you can't bring your guys back from that. And not only your guys, but your fan base. You know, you can't bring them back from that because of the product you put out on the field. It's just not good, and it has just not looked good after certain things like that. As Cardi is good from 53, 17-9.
Is
in
yours
the fourth quarter?
Oh, it's so weird.
Is mine behind?
Yeah, like 40 seconds.
All right, let's see. I'm seeing the stadium.
Yes. Awesome. You fast forwarded a bunch, it seems like.
Okay, yeah, because I guess I was just off. SoFi Stadium. Cowboys fan.
Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, there we go. Yeah, man, it's the Bears have taken a lot of joy out of my football watching experience this year after such honestly a bad start, and then weeks 4 through 6 were exciting. And then the bye week was like, oh, man, this is great. I don't have to worry about the Bears, blah, 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 blah. And then it's weeks 7 through 10. Or, sorry, 8 through 10 have just been bad. They've just been bad. So the Bears are responsible for my lack of happiness.
If Tyreek Hill scores another touchdown and the Dolphins win by 6.7, I win $90.
Oh, I want that to be a 1-yard touchdown. Oh, almost intercepted there by the Rams.
Oh my gosh.
14-50.
You see what I mean by everything looks slow?
Yeah. Even the throwing of the ball there by Tua.
Do you think he was early on this?
Maybe.
Looked like he was okay, there's a flag.
Oh, yeah, that is pass interference, actually. I don't know why we didn't call that. Yeah. Unnecessary roughness. Automatic first down on a 15-yard penalty.
Unnecessary roughness. What is that?
It probably wasn't even on that play.
I guess it wasn't even pass interference, but it looked like he was a little early.
Oof.
Oh,
Yeah,
good job balling.
He just headbutted somebody. Oof. Good acting. Good acting.
And he did hit him really hard. That's a little fucking...
Yeah.
All right.
Angel's saying Bears play Packers next game, too. That's going to be an absolute slaughter. I don't know how that one's going to go. I'm still going to pick the Bears, but that's going to be a slaughter. Smith for about 2 yards there on that throw.
It is Jonnu Smith. I don't know why. So why isn't the offense good? Tua, Tyreek, Jalen Waddle? Like, what is... I don't get it. Mike McDaniel?
Yeah, just what is this, right? Like,
why is offense not... I think what it is the league goes in waves where the offense learns a bunch of new shit that the defense doesn't get. And then when the defense figures out how to stop these new offenses, this is what you get until the offenses get creative enough to create a new type of offense.
Yeah. They're going to do the wild card again, watch. Or the wildcat.
Why would you... Oh, I thought it was 3rd and 8. I was like, what are you doing?
They got about 5-6 yards there. 3rd and 3 upcoming for the Dolphins. H-Chan with the Guardian helmet.
Rocking the Guardian cap. He's been doing it since he was ruled to come back into the game versus the Colts. Came back in with one on.
OBJ is on the field. I had no idea he was on the field. Wow.
You forget that he was in the NFL.
Especially after that one-handed catch by Garrett Wilson. Tua back to pass in the pocket over the middle. Caught! And it's H-Chan with the catch and first down.
All right. I see you.
I see you, Mr. Achan.
Mr. Unlimited.
I got to come up with an alter ego. Everybody's got an alter ego. So I came up with Mr. Unlimited.
I was thinking, like, what would my alter ego be? I think I know what it is. His name's Mr. Unlimited. Have you ever done anything dangerous?
Almost intercepted.
Oh, almost.
Woof.
I'm feeling kind of dangerous. Have you ever done anything dangerous? Ooh, that is dangerous. I've done something dangerous too, You want me to tell you? No, I can't tell you. It's too dangerous.
You're so creepy.
Dude, it's a really creepy commercial.
Yeah.
You've seen The Danger Witch?
No. Oh wait, no. Yeah. I have.
Oh,
I remember
okay.
that.
That's what he does. He's
back.
like, I've done something scary. You want to know what it is? No, it's too dangerous.
Russ killed somebody? Jesus Christ.
Be careful, it's spicy.
What a creep, dude. Oh man.
I can't tell if it's like perfect or awful because like it obviously gets a reaction out of 100% of the people that watch it. So
So it might be perfect, honestly. Like all publicity is good publicity, right? I mean, in a sense.
yeah, like is he so good with the cameras that we think it's bad?
Right? That's what I'm saying. Oh man, so let's see. Panthers
Playoffs.
on a 2-game win streak, beating the Giants. Sorry, Bill, if you're in here, I'm sorry. But that was crazy.
Oh yeah, I am doing. I had to move my recap to tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, so Sunday I stopped at my aunt and uncle's house, and I went walking,
Nice.
and all of a
Nice.
sudden, I couldn't put any pressure on my right leg,
Oh.
and I was like, "Whoa, that's
you
weird."
good?
And then I put it back on. Yeah, I'm good, but I think what happened was like one of my screws was hitting a nerve, and I like literally. I mean, I couldn't put any weight on it.
Yeah.
Like, I had to hop on my leg to the couch, and then I sat there for like an hour, stood back up because I had to pee.
Mhm.
Couldn't put any weight on it. Hopped to the bathroom, hopped back, and I was like, "Oh my god, like, what am I gonna do? Like, I have work tomorrow." And I put a heating pad on it, and then like an hour later, I stood up, and it was still like there, but it wasn't the same.
Oh,
It was like something weird happened, and I don't know what it is.
Was it worse or was it just a little bit better after the heating pad?
No, it was better because I could walk.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say okay, as long as it was a little bit better, but that sucks.
It was like something weird with my screw happens now and then where like I can't put any weight on it. It feels like a really sharp pain in the side of my, like right below my kneecap. It's really weird.
Ugh, God, dude, I can't even imagine that. That must fucking suck.
Yeah, it does. And it's even worse because every time I go to the doctor, all they do is they're like, let's do an x-ray to be safe. And then they do an x-ray and they're like, x-ray looks great. And then there's nothing else they can do.
What?
Yeah,
That's
they're
it?
like, yeah, they're not really creative, like they're very like black and white with this stuff. Like, is it broken? No. Don't know what to tell you. Really don't. Like, it's a mystery while you're in pain. They'll even call it phantom pain. Like it's in my head.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's actually really frustrating because
I was gonna say, yeah, I bet that is.
Because it's like, it's not just real because I feel it. It's real because it actually is real.
Yeah.
Like,
You're like, no, I'm feeling this. I know what I'm feeling. It's pain.
And then they're like, well, yeah, we're not discrediting it. Pain is real, when you feel it. And you're like, oh my God. Yeah, I feel like I'm in anger management with Adam Sandler.
No, not your hobbies. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm not asking your profession. I want to know who you are. Uh-oh, this has big play written all over it. Mostert. Good job double covering the ball. See what the flag is. Hopefully it's not coming back.
On that note, I'm going to take a quick pee for the D. I'll be right back.
It was thrown in the secondary, it looks like. I think it's going to be against the Dolphins, so it's going to be declined. I'm going to turn my light off. All right, 2nd and 8. Handoff. Oh, trickery. It's a flip to Jalen Waddle, and it goes nowhere. Man. Jalen Waddle has 2 catches for 55 yards, all on the first drive. He was trying to get creative, but nowhere. All right, 3rd and 9. Tyreek in motion. Jalen Waddle. And, man, he got hit pretty hard there. Field goal unit runs on. Why is Tua standing there like they're going to go for it? It's like we all know they're not going for it. And why didn't Tyreek block for him? 37-yard attempt. He hit one from 50 earlier. Good. All right. 9:07 left in the game. Rams down 11. So, I mean, they go on a touchdown drive here. They go for 2. The good news is if they get it, it's a 3-point game. Bad news is, well, it's not a 3-point game. But aside from that, with 9 minutes left, I think if the Rams were to kick a field goal, let's say they get to the 20-yard line and they kick a field goal, yes, it's a one-possession game, but I think it's really not good because then it comes down to you score the touchdown, and if you don't get the 2-point conversion to tie the game, you lose. It's just not a good scenario where at least if the Rams score on this drive now with 9 minutes left and they don't get the 2-point conversion, let's say there's still 4 minutes to go, but at least they know they need a touchdown. Okay? So I'm one of those fans where I want to control the anxiety. I don't want it to come down to a 2-point conversion at the end of the game. I would rather know with 3 minutes left that we're down 5. Because you're going to try the 2-point conversion anyway. I would just rather try it, now so that there's at least an opportunity to score another touchdown later with 2 minutes left than lose the game on the last play. That's just always been the way I think about it. Oh my gosh. It's a 98% chance to win. That's not my game. Oh my gosh. I'm going to lose. I'm 6 points away from losing. I don't know why I have a 99% chance of winning. I wish that those were betting odds. I would take that in a heartbeat. All right. Here we go. Cooper Kupp. All the way to the 50-yard line. Now he only needs 3 points to win. And that's why that catch from Jalen Waddle would have been huge. Oh, man. Offensive line. Who is that? Kader Kohu, number 4 for the Dolphins, is down, grabbing his left leg. Dolphins, that's another thing, man. They have not been able to stay healthy. Where's Bradley Chubb? What happened to Bradley Chubb? Is he playing? Let's see, stats. 2023. Wait, he hasn't even played this season? Chubb is recovering from a torn ACL he torn in the Ravens Week 17 game. Oh, so he's still working his way back. Oh, man. I remember that injury. It was in the final minutes. I think that was, what was that? Yeah, Week 17. In a loss. They lost that game, and that's what made them have to go to Arrowhead and play Kansas City, where they ultimately lost again. But if they would have won that game, they would have played at home against, who was it? The Steelers, I think. Man, I'm definitely going to lose. I need no Cooper Kupp catches. All right, he got up and walked off the field with his own power. That's good. Stafford fakes the handoff, throwing. Oh, good. Puka Nakua. Down to the 25-yard line. I can't believe Tyreek Hill only has 2 catches tonight. Stafford looking to throw again. Cooper Kupp caught. Wow. If he gets one more catch, I lose. Now he has 94.1. I have 94.6. Oh, my God. And he targeted Cooper Kupp. Second and goal. Stafford drops back, looking to pass. Johnson with the catch. That'll bring it to the 4-yard line. Third and goal. 0 for 1 tonight, trying to score a touchdown inside the red zone for the Rams. They're 1-9 on third down conversions. So the defense has been great on third down for the Dolphins. But with the game on the line here, you get this close. I mean, you need the field goal anyway, but you don't want to waste it when you're on the 4-yard line. And here we go. Incomplete. And now I feel like you have to take the points. And field goal unit trotting onto the field. All right, so for now, we can breathe. Oh my gosh. Wide open was Allen. Man, there was so many places he could have gone with the football. And chip shot field goal makes it an 8-point game. The Rams are now 0 for 2 inside the red zone. Wow, how is this one going to end? I mean, if it's possible for the Dolphins to go on a really long drive here, they could go on a really long drive here, and the Rams could do nothing about it. Just kill the entire clock. All right. So it is 12 to 20. I am updating the ticker. There we go. There we go. One more text box. 4th. And then I got to make all the font white. Download transparent background. And now I can upload, edit. Edit. Here we go. Boom. All right. Handoff on first down is going to go for a gain of 5. Good first down.
It was definitely a P for the D. Just maybe not the P you guys are thinking of. Anyway, we got the Dolphins up 20-12 right now. 6 minutes and counting in the fourth quarter. Kyle, love the graphics. Look hot.
Had to throw it in there. Second
Love it.
and 5. Tua under center is going to hand this one off again, and the Rams playing the run. Of course, they're playing the run. I'm up in my fantasy league 96.6 to 96.4, and I'm definitely going to lose. And it was so weird because, like, I just posted something on our Facebook fantasy chat. I was like, ESPN says I have a 99% chance of winning. Like, don't ever look at that.
That's true. That's very true. I do not.
And then, like, 3 minutes later, it was 50-50. I'm like, dude, obviously something's wrong with the algorithm. 3rd and 6, 2 in shotgun, looking to pass, looking, rolling.
Wow.
Now firing, caught. Odell Beckham Jr.
Wow. Great first down.
The Rams have all 3 timeouts.
Let me know when the replay starts.
Replay started.
Okay.
Let's see if the what would be ideal for me is the Dolphins just go on a really long drive here.
Mm-hmm. Same, just not to Tyreek.
It's so funny we're both in this situation.
I know, right? I was like, go to Jalen Waddle all day, please. Go to Jalen Waddle all day.
Here we go. Tua looking to pass, taking a shot downfield, caught. Washington.
Wow. Great pass by Tua there. That was a good one.
Yeah, right over the head.
Yeah.
And it looked kind of low, but let's see. Yeah, I mean, that is just an insane window.
Oh, he put it right in the middle of 3 defenders. The closest one almost got his hand on it, but he put it in the perfect spot for Washington to catch.
What is he wearing on his head? Do you see that?
Yeah, it's like some sort of balaclava or something like that. Like, I don't know. Is he cold? I don't. What is that for?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, right. Like, it's LA.
Hand off to Devon Achane up the middle for 5, and now the Rams got to start thinking about their timeouts and how they want to use them.
3:23 and counting in this fourth quarter. Dolphins are about to go 3-6. Rams going 4-5. I'm calling it. I'm calling it, boys and girls. I'm calling it.
Bold take there, Cotton. Yeah,
man.
Arguably the Rams should have gone for it on 4th and goal from the 4 because a field goal here would still keep them in the game. But
yeah,
under center now, 2nd and 5, they're going to hand it off again, and that's been the theme: 5 yards on first down, 0 yards on second down.
Mm-hmm.
And looks like a timeout is going to come off, which is an interesting decision. I don't know if I would have called it right here. The
Dolphins?
No, the Rams.
The Rams. Okay.
I get it. You want to give your team all the timeouts, but here's why I wouldn't. I would let this go all the way down to they would have to snap it one more time before the 2-minute warning.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the 2-minute warning as your timeout. And then here's the deal. If they convert on 3rd and 5 for a first down, now you only have 2 timeouts.
Yeah.
So I would just, as uncomfortable as it is, let the clock wind all the way down. And then if they get the first down, the clock is stopped. And then on 2nd down, I would call my first timeout, 2nd timeout on 3rd down, and I would have 1 timeout remaining.
Mm-hmm.
They better hope they don't convert here or they wasted that timeout.
Oh, Tyreek, it's short.
Go for it.
Oh, no.
No, because they'll make it a 2-possession game with a field goal.
Yeah. Oh, that was so close, though. You know he wanted that one.
What's wrong with Tyreek this year?
I don't know, man, because I was thinking, I was like, I'm going up against him in fantasy, and he's got 10 points. He's got the touchdown, but only 3 receptions other than that touchdown.
Yeah,
Or
it's
only
like
2 receptions other than that touchdown.
you're Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, it's very strange. Very, very strange. Oh, and they're going for a field goal here. 2:43 left. 4th and 3.
Oh, that means I lost for sure.
50-yard attempt.
Well, fuck it. I can still make the playoffs. This is like how the
Snap,
Broncos lost.
Hold, kick. Oh, it's good. Wow, that looked like it was going right. That looked like it was going far right there.
I'm going to lose the same way the Broncos lost.
What? Oh, you're only up by like 0.67?
Yeah, and
right
Waddle hasn't gotten a single target on that whole drive, which I needed at least a catch, but no.
Was he hurt?
And now the Rams are going to be just throwing it to Kupp. He gets 1 catch and it's over.
Yeah.
It's not like they're going to try to throw it again. Even if they get the ball back, they're just going to take a knee.
Unless they don't throw it to Kupp.
Yeah, that would be like Kamala Anguisher.
Wow. I think this is Nash. Is this Nash? Is that you?
Nash?
Yeah, it looks like his profile pic.
What is that? The Bills and the Saints?
Yeah, it looks like the Bills.
Number 14.
Josh Allen. And I don't know who the 13 is, unless that's Cam Newton for some reason.
I think that's a 14.
Okay.
I think that's George Pickens.
Oh, okay.
Help us out there.
Yes, it is me, Nash. I knew it. I called it.
Yes, it is me. Tyreek's got a torn ligament in his wrist.
Ooh. What? Really? I just saw him but we just saw him catch that. Hello. I'm gonna X this real quick.
Yeah, torn wrist ligament.
Oof. That's
Pressure. So they have to throw a check down here. All right.
Tick,
Tick, tick, tick, tick, tick, tick, tick, tick,
tick,
tick.
tick, 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 tick.
And it is time to update. The ticker.
The ticker.
Because of
12 minutes ago, yeah. The kicker. Oh.
I just
I don't know if
switched
you
back
made
and saw a white guy and freaked out.
it. That's good. That's good.
I was like, no. Oh,
Oh
okay.
my god. Oh my god. Boom. I think that's a first either. 3rd and 1.
Oh, that means they're gonna throw a quick pass to Cooper Kupp. They're gonna run
Oh,
it.
it's Kyron.
2-minute warning.
First down.
Flag.
Oof.
Flag.
Diggs, Allen, and Shakur. Oh, okay. Holding. Oh no. 3rd and 5 now. 3rd and 6.
I don't even know what I want. Does that help me or hurt me? I don't know.
Who do you have? You have Waddle. He's got Cup. I don't know if you want that.
But I'm like, maybe if we can just get him off the field.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see, 3rd and 10. Ooh, 3rd and 10. Stafford back to pass, pressure over the middle, caught, and it's going to be a first down for Allen. Bill with a fun fact here. The only NFL game I've ever been to is 11/11/1990. Rams-Giants game 34 years ago, also Veterans Day. It was in Anaheim before they moved to St. Louis. Got to keep you guys on low. Still on the phone with work. Appreciate it, Bill. I didn't realize that's the only one you've been to. It's crazy. Gotcha. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's Nash. Kyle, they got to keep passing it to the tight end, and Kyron Williams does not need to get the ball anymore.
They gotta know, like, Cooper Kupp is gonna be where the ball's going.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the 2025 NFL draft order. Jacksonville's gonna pick first.
Wow.
Then the Giants. This is just my prediction. Wait, no. It's going to be... Do you know right now there's 6 teams with 2 wins?
Jags, Giants, Titans, Browns, Raiders, and Miami. Miami might be...
Yeah, they're going to join the Saints, Patriots, Panthers, Cowboys, Jets.
Saints.
What? Yeah, Saints,
Yeah.
Pats. Okay. When it's
You're
all
not
said
wrong.
and done, though,
Mm-hmm.
is it possible if the Bears get the number 1 overall pick again?
Oof.
Because I know you said
No.
you're like,
No. They've got 4 wins. They've got a rough schedule coming up. Actually, oh man, maybe. No, I don't think they get the number 1 again.
top 5.
Currently, they're 16th. And that's with a 4-5 record. Now, they would have to, like everyone else below them, would need to, I mean, Carolina would have to win more games than the Bears moving forward to guarantee a top 10 pick for the Bears. I'd have to look at schedules, but I know the Bears one is rough right now. They've got 6 games against the division and 2 against the NFC West in the Seahawks and 49ers. So none of those games except maybe one against the Vikings and the Seahawks look winnable right now. 1st and 10. Matthew Stafford at the 42-yard line. Takes a snap. 2-minute warning is gone through.
Yes!
Kyron Williams. Oh, incomplete. Knocked down. Good job. Love that.
1 down, 3 to go.
But yeah, there would need to be a lot of teams that play winning football the next 8 weeks for the Bears to even be in the top 10 of picks.
Oh, okay.
There's Puka, 1st down,
Oh,
or very close to it. Rams have one timeout left, a minute 45 and counting.
They need the field goal anyway, so do you think they would just kick it and try the onside?
Possibly. Stafford back to pass.
Cup was
Going
wide
deep left
open.
side. Demarcus Robinson caught and out of bounds. First down. No, he was wide open.
That was his check down if he didn't.
Oh,
Look at Cup right here.
number 10. Let's see. Quick chip. Oh, wide open. Yeah. Stafford put it perfectly. They're 5 yards away from the red zone. Stafford back to pass. Looking over the middle. Incomplete. He was looking for, who was that? Robinson? Looking for somebody there. Nash, we did not see your account get hacked.
That was a great throw and catch. Why does Stafford always wait till 2 minutes left for him to start throwing dimes?
1 minute, 27 seconds left at the 25-yard line of the Dolphins. Stafford in the shotgun, 3 wide, takes the snap. Over right side, caught. That is going to be Johnson, with the catch. Tick, 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 tick.
If a player catches the ball in a 2-point conversion, does it?
I don't know how many points it counts for. First down here for Kyron Williams.
It does count.
Inside the 13-yard line. I've got to double check. I don't know how much it would count for. I know the reception obviously would be 1 point, but I don't know if it would be 2 points.
Dang it.
Stafford back to pass. Going to the end zone. Incomplete.
That's taunting, dude. You better stop.
Jalen Ramsey.
That was funny, though.
That was funny.
That was PI. He said it's a good no call. I don't know.
Yeah.
He had him wrapped up.
I don't know if that's a PI. I think it was. I mean, could he have jumped? Sure, but I mean, I don't know if that's
If I'm the coach,
catchable ball.
It's enough for me to be screaming.
Imagine Stafford throws a pick. I think Kyle and I would both love that right now.
Oh my God, dude.
Stafford 5 wide takes a snap, looking to pass over the middle. Incomplete Puka.
All right. If they don't
3rd and
convert
10.
here, they would get a field goal, right?
Mm-hmm. Like you said,
Yes!
they have to.
Yes.
What?
The kicker's coming on.
Yes.
Oh my God. This happened to me last week. Do you
Oh,
remember
he missed
Travis
that.
Kelce's thing last week?
Yeah.
Where
Here we go.
Travis Kelce.
There was 3 very close matchups this week. Chris won, and the kick is good. That makes it a 23-15 game, a 1-score game. The Rams are going to try an onside kick here coming soon. But Chris and Adrian is a 2-point game, 101.84 to 99.84. I am currently up 105 to 97. You are currently up. You are currently up 94.6 to 93.94.
Yeah, because if you're going against Tyreek and the Dolphins won't pass it again for the rest of the game.
Yep. Thank God. But also Kyron Williams. That's why I was like, please, no more throws, no more rushes, none of that.
Well, the Rams are done running too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Here we go.
You can celebrate.
This is his first career onside kick attempt.
Oh, is that good? Is that bad?
All right, let's see. Here's the kick, and it's bobbling, and Miami recovers. Woo!
I won. I did it.
Let's go. High five. High five. High five. Wow.
I don't know how I pulled this one off.
Wow.
Wow. That
Great
whole
job.
drive, Cup didn't get a single catch.
That's crazy. Not a bad attempt on the onside there by Cardi. Not bad.
No, not bad at all, especially for his first time.
Yeah.
Wow, 5 field goals, 0 touchdowns.
And that is it. 23-15. The Dolphins move to 3-6, and the Rams move under 500 to 4-5. Kyle, not the craziest offensive output type of game I feel like we were expecting, especially with Tua, the Dolphins, kind of all their playmakers back in a sense. I mean, we had a total of about 560 yards of offense on both of these teams. The Rams actually had more, 327 total yards, while the Dolphins had 238. Tua had just over 200 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Malik Washington had the only touchdown thrown by Tua in, I think this game? No, not this game. Sorry. But, or not Washington. Sorry. Hill had the passing touchdown from Tua. Washington had the rushing touchdown. 2 total touchdowns scored in this game. Everything else was a field goal, but not a lot of offense for either of these teams. High fives, guys, Casey. But the Dolphins come into LA. They get the dub against Stafford, Nakua, Cooper Kupp, Kyron Williams, and most importantly, Sean McVay. Angels saying Dolphins play Raiders next week, while the Rams play the Pats next week on the road. What do you think of this game, Kyle?
It's a really, really weird game in that, like, for the Rams, I mean, they go a majority of their season without Cooper Kupp, without Puka Nakua. And then they get Cooper Kupp and Puka Nakua back, and they beat the Vikings. And it's like, holy crap, they're back.
Yeah.
And then for the Dolphins, they go a lot of their season without Tua, and then they get Tua back. And it's like, all right, the Dolphins are back. But when you watch this game, it was like nobody looked back. Both offenses looked bad. Tyreek Hill still is having the same kind of production he had with the backup quarterbacks, Tyler Huntley and Skylar Thompson or whoever else they were going with. He's having the same kind of production. Jalen Waddle, who is drafted as a wide receiver too, is not even a flex play, maybe a flex at best.
Honestly.
And the numbers are just not there. They're just not. I mean, Cooper Kupp had 7 receptions, 80 yards, but it was, not a single touchdown scored. Kyron Williams couldn't find the end zone a single time in this game. And then Puka Nakua, I mean, he had 98 yards on 9 receptions, but no touchdown. So I think the red zone defense for the Dolphins is the big story in this game. They were 1 for 10 on 3rd down. And that's just insane. Like, I don't care who you are. You go 1 for 10 on 3rd down, the other team's going to win. So I just did not go into this game expecting that it would be the defense that we're talking about at this point in the game. And the Miami Dolphins, for the opponent red zone scoring percentage, the Bears are the number 1 team in the NFL. And then it's the Chargers, the Eagles, and then Detroit and Denver are tied at technically 3rd. The Dolphins are 16th. 16th.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So pretty much middle of the pack, and then the Rams are 11th. So the Rams are actually the better red zone defense, but for whatever reason, the Rams were just totally out of it today. And usually Monday night is a game where you had extra time to prepare. Thursday night is when you see this kind of a performance on a short week, not a ton of time to game plan, but this offense looked bad today. And I think we saw the Rams looked good against the Vikings defense. So I can't just chalk it up to the Rams not having a good offense or the fact that they were going against maybe a good defense, because the Vikings are a good defense. So what does this get chalked up to? I guess the Dolphins are playing better defense than we're giving them credit for, or the Rams are having just a bad day at the office. I think it's B. I think the Rams just had a bad day at the office.
Yeah.
We've seen what they look like when they're playing really well, and tonight was just not that. They couldn't run the football well either. There was just nothing really working. They had a couple big plays for 20 yards here and there, but for the most part, it was just a bad day for the Rams. And the Dolphins also on a win. You're not watching this game, you're like, the Dolphins are so back. You're just not. But it was a tough win on the road, but I don't know. Like, if the Rams had an off day, how much value am I going to give this win? This isn't like when Seattle lost to Detroit on Monday night, and it was like, man, you feel good about the Seahawks even though they lost because of how they played. This is one of those games where you kind of feel bad about both of the teams, and one of them had to win. So I guess the Dolphins had a better night, but that's pretty much it for me.
Yeah, I can't agree more. It just felt off from the very beginning, kind of for the Rams, and the Dolphins. They got out to a fast start. I mean, we talked about that opening game touchdown for Malik Washington rushing it in there for the Dolphins to start off the game, and the Rams kind of just didn't really show any fight. I mean, again, we talked about how they were getting into position. And getting those field goals and how important it is, obviously, to get those points on the board, because this isn't a game without them getting all those field goals, right? It's just the red zone. They were never able to get in there for a touchdown, which was weird how you said when you got Nakua, when you got Cooper Kupp, and you got Stafford, all healthy, all playing pretty much at 100% in a sense, right? So a little bit weird for the Rams, but like you said, I think it's just an off night. It sucks because you start to get these guys back, and maybe you start to get back in a groove, and now you're like, oh man, the NFC West, right? Like we just talked about the Cardinals, and how they're trying to really kind of take advantage of what's going on in that division. And the Rams are also trying to do the same thing, where it seems like the Rams and the 49ers and the Cardinals have a shot, and the Seahawks are kind of like, meh, they're not really there. And now it seems like with this below 500 record, the Rams are also kind of getting into that cellar territory of the NFC West, where it might just be Cardinals, 49ers coming up ahead. But again, off night, at home, it sucks even worse. Again, combine that with the fact that all your weapons are healthy and in this game, it's just a rough game for Sean McVay and this team. They kept the Dolphins only 23 points, though. They were close. They only lost by a score. But it seemed much, much farther than what the score actually tells. But again, I think it was a bad night. We'll have to see what the Rams do moving forward. But as long as their guys are healthy, man, and Sean McVay is that coach for the Rams, it's hard to bet against them sometimes, especially against teams like the Dolphins, which are just a bit inferior. But yeah.
Well,
Dolphins win.
Tua has been back now for 3 games, so we can actually measurably see the difference since Tua has been back. The Dolphins are putting up 40 more yards per game offensively. I don't think that's great, right? And the Rams are, since Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp have been on the field, they're putting up 9 more yards of offense per game. 337. They were averaging 328 on the season. So,
oh wow.
I think both of these teams were expecting a bigger boost from getting their stars back, and we'll see if moving forward they get that boost. But tonight, another night of fans wondering when the switch is gonna turn on. But overall, good game. You guys can follow me on X at NFL with Kyle. You can follow me on YouTube at Kyle Kitzman, and you can follow the Only Football Podcast at Only Football Pod right there at the top. Underneath the top, you can see my Twitter handle, and then you can see Rick's. You can follow him at And Now Rick. Don't forget to like this stream and give it a thumbs up. It'll boost the algorithm, and it'll tell people that you actually like this stuff, and that helps us out a ton. And also, we got a new member today.
We did get a new member, and that was thanks to our boy Bill. Not only getting us the new member, but as well as giving us that super chat. Thanks for everything you've done, guys. No, Bill, thank you. And thanks to everyone who was here. Other than Bill, we also had KC in here.
Everyone that was here, other than Bill.
No. That's not what I meant.
No, you said
Other
it.
than Bill, we also had Angel in here. We had KC. We had Lil E. We had, where's Nash? We had Nash in here. All a part of the Only Football fam. We thank you guys so much for being here. And to everyone else that was in here, thank you so much for being here. And like Kyle said, make sure to like the stream. It'll help us out, and we would really, really appreciate it. Other than that, Kyle, always a good time, brother.
Happy Veterans Day. See ya.